everybody. This is circle versus lines. Knife sharpens knife. I just saw a video, man. It's unbelievable. Where a bunch of white newscasters were promoting why people should go to their community, and one of the announcers said, "You should come here because there's no black people. That's why it's so clean." This is what I'm talking about, that these people don't know who they are, where they came from. Don't, don't they remember what they did to Europe? That it was filled with waste, with poop, and shit and urine everywhere, disease, lice. They didn't believe in bathing. They slept with animals, with each other, just alone. When they met the Native American Indians, alone, their blankets filled with smallpox was enough to kill them all. The natives said that they knew the white man was near because they smelled him. Some of the things they did in history, it gives me the shivers. They were afraid of water because they thought it would make them more sick. It's, I can't believe what I'm hearing, man. Really? Who taught you how to bathe? Who taught you to clean yourself and we had to delouse them? And I'm talking about for hundreds and hundreds of years. That's how long it took. That's how filthy these people were. Anyway, I'm gonna show you the video. I'm beside myself. Then I'll come back.
But it's a really nice place. It's
for
beautiful.
An American city.
It's top-notch American city.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There are still very good bars around, great food. There's the Basque district. Again, it's clean. There aren't any black people here.
And tons of Mormons.
Put it up, full mass. Sir, if you would have just said tons of Mormons, we would have utilized deductive reasoning and came to the same conclusion that a lot of black people may not be present there. But you couldn't help yourself at the hetero fest. Yes, hetero fest. An event billed as a celebration of, quote, traditional family values. Well, sir, does that include racism? Because that's exactly what you did during that loud ass whisper on a microphone that is developed, designed, and invented to amplify voice. This is a counter to Pride Month, okay? If this was about traditional family values, sir, why would you assert a racist sentiment? So, dubbed the Hetero Awesomeness Festival, the gathering was hosted by Mark Fitzpatrick of Eagle and featured speakers including far-right podcaster David Riley. Despite boasting an $85,000 budget, attendance appeared to peak at about 30 to 40 people at a time. Quote, "We had 700 to 1,000 people over the weekend," Fitzpatrick said. He attributed what many viewed as low turnout to, quote, chilly and rainy weather on Friday. Maybe they don't want to be associated with known racists. They believe in traditional family values. Maybe they're conservative. Hell, maybe they voted for Trump. But there's something about you guys that seem. just didn't bring the crowd out. So what many have attracted, what may have attracted more attention to, than the event itself, though, were the comments, obviously, made by Riley on his podcast, The Backlash, which was set up at the festival. During a segment recorded from the park, Riley remarked that Boise was a clean city and whispered, quote, "There's not a lot of black people," end quote. Fitzpatrick distanced himself from the remark, but stopped short of condemning it. Quote, "I would not have said it. It's not what I would do. He's his own person," Fitzpatrick said. Quote, "You have to ask him if he has a justification for what he said, or if he thinks it's factual, or if he actually prejudges black people by looking at them already. I don't know," end quote. When asked directly if he denounced the comment, Fitzpatrick reiterated, quote, "I would never say what he said. I don't believe people should be derogatory with the intent to hurt somebody's feelings, but people have free speech," which obviously he's not going to denounce the actual statement. There's more. So instead, he attributed Boise's cleanliness not to race, but to ideology. "I think Boise is clean because we have less wokeism than other big cities," he said. Quote, "It's not about black people. It's about liberalism. The liberalism comes in and the city goes downhill. It has nothing to do with the color of people's skin." Riley, who attended the 2017 Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville, dubbed one of the most racist rallies in modern history, and has documented history of anti-Semitic posts on social media, stood by his podcast comment and said, quote, "It was a joke," Riley said. Quote, "Diversity is a weakness, not a strength." Sir, I got to hand it to you, man. That's spoken like a true racist. All right. I can appreciate you for sticking to your guns on this. All right. So he says, "Diversity is a weakness, not a strength. The LGBTQIA plus movement is satanic," he says. "Straight white people are welcomed and wanted in Idaho," end quote. When asked about Riley's controversial background and views, Fitzpatrick again declined to denounce him. Quote, "You know who he is. And the people who came in did far worse things in front of the entire crowd," he said. "He's not me. You know me. People know me. Who get to know me, I'm not racist." End quote. Sir, all due respect, I would expect the person who's not racist to denounce racist. Yes, McCarvey old fashioned. What say you?
It's mind blowing. This is kind of sad to me because I hear Idaho is gorgeous. I would love to visit, but, I'm not trying to deal with certain types of people. And I live in Texas, and that is saying something. There's certain types of people are just not fun to be around. And the thing is, I travel quite a bit, and the thing, like, whenever you travel, you do your best not to disturb the local culture, right? You exist within it, you appreciate it, you learn about it. But when this is the local culture, me and my money will just opt out of that culture. And why do they have him on as a commentator? This was already a very discriminatory event. So maybe he felt comfortable being racist on top of already being homophobic and transphobic. Even his co-commentator, though, was quick to chime in. Like she knew that was not the thing to say, even though, I don't know, she probably agrees with him. But it was like, she was like, if I just say this thing over him fast enough, maybe nobody will notice what he just said very loudly and very clearly into the microphone. I don't know if this was an effort to attract people to their city. Maybe they're hoping to attract a certain type of people to their city and to dissuade others, like me, for example, from going. But, if they want to pretend that it's not about Black people, then why did he say Black people? And why did he say the city is nice because there's no Black people in it if he's not a racist? Also saying diversity is a weakness. That is actually literally racist, right? And then on top of that, he's like, but it was also just a joke. So he doesn't even seem to know what he wants to say. The thing is, though, he did say the thing that he wanted to say. Now he's backtracking because he realizes that it sounds bad. For a racist to acknowledge that racism sounds bad, part of you has to know that you're a terrible person, right? You have to know that these views that you hold are mean and they're unbased in anything and they're unintelligent, right? And whenever you get flayed over it, you understand that there are people who are upset over the things that I've said because they are racist things that I just said. So you can gaslight people or yourself as much as you want by saying, oh, it's just a joke. Diversity is a weakness, whatever you want to tell yourself. But part of you knows deep down that you're a terrible person.
Yeah. And diversity is obviously a massive strength.
Mhm.
Diversity of thought, diversity of experiences, diversity of culture, diversity of
Especially in this
exchange.
country.
That's right.
You saw how he just whispered it? There's no black people here. Thank God. If you gotta live with these people, they like to commit incest, you know, they like to murder, rape, and steal. This is the narrative that they pushing, that they made everything, they invented everything, that all these all these lands belong to them naturally, it just belongs to them. Never mind that they had to murder, rape, and kill everyone. But probably the worst of gaslighting is that these are so clean people and we're not. We taught them how to bathe. We taught them how to brush their teeth, wipe their butt instead of eating their poop and throwing it out of windows and defecating in the street like a dog. They were afraid of water. This is unbelievable. Now they trying to do like a reverse Uno and trying to put that on us that we dirty. This is why they don't teach what happened during the Renaissance and about their history, because they will be embarrassed. So they don't teach their own history and then they recycle it and put our name on it. It's unbelievable. You can't make this shit up, man. I hope these people fucking burn in hell for where they deserve, man. They're fucking evil and disgusting.